Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Ankit? Ankit, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Ankit, you just look into the Google Classroom. Only 10 people have joined, and six students are remaining. Find out those students are remaining. Contact them to join the Google Classroom.
Okay, ma'am.
And one more thing, just WhatsApp me your class roll list if you have. Who has joined with a small a name? Rename yourself. Otherwise, your attendance will not be counted. Nisha Maurya, write down your roll number also. Nisha Maurya, write your roll number also. We'll wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll start the lecture, okay? Is the screen visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today will be the last topic of your unit 1. The only part that is remaining is your golden rules to set up the KDD. The last topic is golden rule to set up the KDD environment. So before discussing this, first we will discuss what are the different types of knowledge available, different forms of knowledge. So if you are looking at the figures, what you find, there is a kind of mining. Oiling is extracting out from the field. Okay. So you can see there is a landscape. Just below the landscape, there is a layer. Look at the diagram. The first layer is called shallow data. And shallow data is that data that can be easily retrieved with the help of SQL. Okay. Structured query language. Okay. तो जो shallow data मतलब exact data जो आपको find out करना हो dig करके, तो वो जो data होता है that knowledge is called your shallow data. Okay. Shallow data can be easily identified with the help of your SQL. डायरेक्ट क्वेरीज लिखकर आप एग्जैक्ट इंफॉर्मेशन को फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. जो सेकेंड लेयर है वो है आपकी मल्टी डायमेंशनल डेटा। मल्टी डायमेंशनल डेटा क्या है? इट्स अ कलेक्शन ऑफ डेटा, ठीक है। इसको एनालाइज करने के लिए वी नीड ओलैप टूल। ओलैप टूल इज ऑनलाइन एनालिटिकल प्रोसेसिंग टूल, ओके। इट्स ऑनलाइन एनालिटिकल प्रोसेसिंग टूल, इट्स कॉल्ड ओलैप टूल, ओके। तो मल्टी डायमेंशनल डेटा को एक्सट्रैक्ट करने के लिए हम ओलैप टूल यूज करते हैं। मल्टी डायमेंशनल डेटा से हम क्या क्या एक्सट्रैक्शन कर सकते हैं? इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ क्लस्टरिंग और डिफरेंट ग्रुपिंग। अगर कोई भी डेटा हमारा स्टोर्ड है कहीं पर, तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं? वहां पे कोई ग्रुपिंग कर सकते हैं, कोई क्लस्टरिंग कर सकते हैं। वो सारी चीजें हम ओलैप टूल से करते हैं। तो मल्टी डायमेंशनल डेटा को हम किससे एक्सट्रैक्ट करते हैं? ओलैप टूल से। जो थर्ड लेयर है, दैट लेयर इज हिडन डेटा, that discovered with the help of KDD, or you can say with the help of data mining techniques, okay, because data mining technique is a part of your KDD, ठीक है। तो एक डिस्कवरी स्टेज जो है ना वो KDD का, वो क्या है? डेटा माइनिंग। तो हिडन डेटा को हम किससे रिट्राइव करते हैं? विद द हेल्प ऑफ KDD। इसमें आप क्या फाइंड आउट करते हैं? इसमें आप फाइंड आउट करते हैं पैटर्न्स, ठीक है, जो आपके यूजुअली अवेलेबल नहीं है, जिनको आप एग्जैक्टली रिट्राइव नहीं कर सकते, तो उनको हम क्या करते हैं? हम मशीन लर्निंग या पैटर्न रिकॉग्निशन टेक्निक्स से आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं। एंड दैट इज प्रोसेस, कंप्लीट प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड योर KDD प्रोसेस। द लास्ट वन इज द डीप डेटा, और यू कैन से डीप नॉलेज, that cannot be explicitly available and you cannot extract with the help of any technique. This can be guessed with the help of clues only. अब एक एग्जाम्पल ले लेते हैं। जैसे सपोज आपके क्लास का एक एग्जाम्पल ले लेते हैं। अगर मुझे कोई आइडेंटिफाई करना हो कि those students whose name is start with letter A, ठीक है, तो I just write a simple SQL query, ठीक है, कि select the name of students start with A, ठीक है। और हमें क्या होगा? डायरेक्टली दो चार जो भी स्टूडेंट होंगे जिनके नेम A से स्टार्ट हो रहे होंगे वो हमें एग्जैक्टली एक्सट्रैक्ट हो जाएंगे। दिस इज कॉल्ड योर शैलो डेटा, जहां पर क्या है? आपकी एग्जैक्ट इंफॉर्मेशन है, आप यू जस्ट राइट एसक्यूएल क्वेरी और आप उसको आइडेंटिफाई कर लें। जो दूसरा पार्ट है दैट इज द मल्टी डायमेंशनल डेटा, जहां पर क्या हो? कई सारे डेटा हो, मतलब आपकी क्लास की इंफॉर्मेशन हो, आपका प्रीवियस रिजल्ट भी स्टोर हो, आपके जो ग्रेजुएशन की डिटेल है वो भी स्टोर हो, और भी इस तरीके के आपकी हॉबीज का डेटा वो भी स्टोर हो। तो इस तरीके से एक पर्सन से कई सारी इंफॉर्मेशन जो लिंक्ड होंगी, दैट इज कॉल्ड योर मल्टी डायमेंशनल डेटा, ठीक है। फॉर दैट वी कैन डू अ काइंड ऑफ ग्रुपिंग, कि a particular person who are interested in cricket is also interested in another game. अगर sports information store है, तो we can do kind of grouping in that. Okay. Next is hidden data. Hidden data is like कि a person who is studying a subject data mining will be further study in the subject like pattern recognition, है ना? और a particular student who have learned DBMS or data mining can be further interested in deep learning subject. ठीक है, ये क्या है? आपके हिडन पैटर्न्स हैं जो हम क्या करेंगे? डेटा माइनिंग टेक्निक्स को एनालाइज करेंगे, ठीक है। अब डीप डेटा क्या है? इज डिस्कवर्ड ओनली विद द क्लूज, ठीक है। वी विल स्टडी द बैकग्राउंड हिस्ट्री ऑफ द स्टूडेंट, वी अप्लाई द ह्यूमन नॉलेज और यू कैन से क्लूज टू आइडेंटिफाई वेदर द पर्सन विल गो टू अ पर्टिकुलर फील्ड, ठीक है। क्योंकि अभी क्या है? आपको सिर्फ बैकग्राउंड डेटा पता है और उससे जो इन्फॉर्मेशन आ रही थी वो आप एक्सट्रैक्ट कर रहे थे, पर वो फ्यूचर में क्या करेगा? दिस कैन नॉट बी एक्सट्रैक्टेड फ्रॉम द स्टोर डेटा, ठीक है। दिस कैन ओनली बी डिस्कवर्ड विद द हेल्प ऑफ क्लूज, ठीक है। आपके जो क्लोज फ्रेंड्स है वो बता सकते हैं कि फ्यूचर में ही इज गोइंग टू बी दिस और ही इज गोइंग टू बी दैट, ठीक है, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन योर इंटरेस्ट और योर प्रीवियस डेटा हिस्ट्री बाय अ पर्टिकुलर पर्सन। तो डीप डेटा कैन बी ओनली एक्सट्रैक्टेड विद द हेल्प ऑफ क्लूज। तो वी कैन categorize the data into 4 different parts: shallow data, multi-dimensional data, hidden data and deep data. और इन सबको फाइंड आउट करने के लिए वी हैव डिफरेंट टेक्निक्स लाइक shallow data by SQL, multi-dimensional data by OLAP, hidden data by KDD और data mining, and deep data is with the help of clues. अच्छा, इसके अलावा अगर आप सपोज डेटा माइनिंग नहीं यूज कर रहे या OLAP टूल यूज नहीं कर रहे, तो यू कैन आइडेंटिफाई दीज ऑपरेशन बाय यूजिंग SQL queries also. But for that purpose, you have to write so many queries, and it's very time consuming, because first you extract some result, then you extract some more result, then you apply further query, like that. So that's why we developed some new method to find out these hidden data. And those hidden data, those new techniques are pattern recognition techniques or machine learning algorithm. Okay. So in the KDD, we have learned there are 6 stages: data selection, cleaning, enrichment, coding, data mining, and reporting. Okay, before starting the KDD process, there is a set of requirement, information gathering, which you need to analyze. The first, you have to make a list of the requirements. Then you have to make a list for existing hardware and software, the quality of available data, the internal database that is available, warehouse is available or not, okay, knowledge of the organization, identify the experts. Okay, so these kind of information requirements should be there before starting the data selection. Okay, so you have to list all the requirements before taking a KDD projects. ठीक है, अब वो सारी रिक्वायरमेंट लिस्ट करने के बाद यू विल स्टार्ट द फर्स्ट स्टेज, एंड दैट इज योर डेटा सिलेक्शन स्टेज. In this stage, what you do, you will contain some data from operational databases into a data warehouse, and from that we'll start the cleaning process like disambiguation, deduplication. Then enrichment, where we include another extra databases to it. Then the coding process is the simplification of the table representation or the data set representation. Then data mining is the techniques by which techniques we are extracting the hidden knowledge. And finally, the reporting purpose. Reporting is your representation of the data. So I've told you there are so many data mining techniques that are available, but how we categorize all these techniques? So there is a kind of study which is categorize your data mining techniques into 3-dimensional spaces. Okay, and what are these 3-dimensional space? The space is knowledge engineering task, classification task, and problem solving task. Okay, so what are the 3 dimensions? Knowledge engineering, classification, and your problem solving task. So in all these 3-dimensional space, we categorize the different data mining techniques. Like inductive logic programming is more oriented towards knowledge engineering task, and neural network is association rule, k nearest neighbor, decision tree, and neural network more lie towards your classification task, and genetic algorithm will lie towards your problem solving task. So before applying any data mining techniques, what you need to analyze, you need to categorize your task, whether your task is knowledge engineering task or the classification task or the problem solving task. It depends how you will categorize all these into these 3. It depends upon the type of output desired. Okay, suppose output level is previously known to you, so it's clear cut a classification task. What is knowledge engineering task? In which, in certain situations where you apply certain knowledge. Okay, knowledge means you include some domain knowledge in that, experts knowledge, then it is called knowledge engineering task. And what is problem solving task? Problem solving are those in which problem is towards you, but the output level is not known to you. If you don't know what could be the output, तो दैट इज योर प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग. ठीक है, कुछ ऐसे ले लेते हैं, जैसे सपोज मेरे पास कोई एक कंपनी है जिसे मुझे 2 पार्ट्स में कैटेगराइज करना है. द कंपनी परफॉर्मेंस इज अबव 90% और लेस देन 90%. So I know the output levels, that there is only two output level. The company performance is above 90% or below 90%. So which is the type of task is? It is a classification task in which output level is known to me. Okay. So for that purpose, I should apply association rule, K nearest neighbor, decision tree, or neural network. All these techniques are suitable for classification task. Take another example. Suppose a company is a supply chain company, is producing goods, and further it will apply some digitalization to the company. Okay. So to apply the digitalization to the company, I should know the experts which are working in that particular area. I should take the knowledge from them, and then only I can apply the digitalization. Because if you are not include the domain persons, then you cannot formulate your hypothesis, because it's not feasible for you, because you don't know the background of the company. Okay, so that is your knowledge engineering task. For that purpose, inductive knowledge programming is a good approach. Now comes to the problem solving task. Problem solving is when the problem is with you. Like the company should invest his capital to certain product. Okay. So this is a problem solving task. I don't know what will happen after investment. So for that purpose, genetic algorithm are your suitable techniques. So depending upon the type of task you are going to do, according to that task, you have to choose your data mining approach. So all these data mining approach is categorized into 3 dimensions, and these 3 dimensions are here: knowledge engineering, classification, and problem solving. Now the next one is your this is a topic that is the golden rules. So actually there is 10 golden rules to set up your KDD, knowledge discovery in database environment. The first one is it supports extremely large database. What does it mean? It means it supports a data which is collected from so many operational databases. Okay. So if the volume of the data is not large, then data mining techniques cannot be applied, because data mining is always applied to the historical data. And if the volume of data is less, then the results are not fruitful. So we should have a large amount of data sets to apply a data mining task. It supports hybrid learning. What is hybrid learning? Hybrid learning is that I've told you 3 dimensions. This is your hybrid learning. What are the 3 dimensions? The 3 dimensions are classification task, knowledge engineering, and problem solving. So these are the 3 dimensions, and we called it a hybrid learning because all the data mining techniques supports hybrid learning. Any type of task is that we can apply the data mining techniques. The third point is establish a warehouse. So warehouse is a subject oriented and static data set. Subject oriented means you always prepare a data warehouse depending upon a particular subject. Subject is like, suppose we are collecting the historical data for 5 years to track the suppose the same example of magazine I have taken. I have to take the which magazine is sale at a particular area. So I have to extract all the magazine details. So this is my subject. I have to find out the sell details of a particular magazine. So this is subject oriented. Static means whenever you store a data into warehouse, that cannot be changed. Okay. If you want to change the data warehouse, so there is a regular interval updation. Matlab after a time frame, we'll look for the data interval change, and then we can change into the warehouse. Otherwise, the change in warehouse is not possible because it's a collection of historical data, and we cannot change the historic data, because if the data is historical, we cannot change it. Okay, we can only use for decision making purpose. So in a warehouse, when you store a database, that cannot be changed. But if you want to upgrade it, after a time frame, you can upgrade it. You can change into the operational data set, and whenever you are extracting from operational data set, you can change in it. Okay. The next one is the data cleaning facility. The data cleaning facility, as I told, if it's a disambiguation in the data, deduplication in the data, or you can say domain inconsistency in the data, then we have to use the cleaning facilities. The fifth concept is facilitate working with dynamic coding. When we done a previous examples, we have seen lots of coding techniques like divide the income by 1,000, change yes no by 1 0, remove the names of a particular, remove the names of the customers. So these are all the coding schemes. So these are all supported by your KDD. So integrate with DSS. DSS is your decision support system. So KDD always helps in decision making. So it supports your decision support system. It's a start with traditional DSS activity, and then we'll go for internal data and we'll assess the internal data and we'll take the decision based upon that. The seventh point is choose the extendable architecture. Choose the extendable architecture means whenever you are taking and you are applying some machine learning technique, the architecture should be supportable. Suppose you have taken the data storage and that is very short memory. And if you apply the machine learning technique that will take long memory, then it will not be possible to store the data. For that purpose, there should be an extendable architecture. If a new technique, new development occur in the database, the architecture can be can extend accordingly. Huh? Then 8th point is supports heterogeneous data. This line supports your data enrichment. It supports heterogeneous databases, like in different parts. Database storage is different formats. Like someone stores in flat files, then object-oriented database system, that relational databases. So there could be different formats for database storage. So whenever you're preparing a data warehouse, so it should support all the heterogeneous databases. As well as if you want to include some external data sets, databases, that should also be possible to include into it. The 9th point is introduce client-server architecture. What does it mean? It means when the reporting of the results occur, what is the last stage of KDD is the reporting. So whenever you are doing all the things to the server side, you are storing the data at server side, you are applying data mining techniques at the server side, and as well as if you apply the visualization at server sides, then it would be very bulky here at server side. So there could be a possible that you do all the things here, and after the report generated, you can send it to the client side so that client can easily identify what would be the result. Okay, so after visualization, we can find out what could be the possible results. Okay, so we can visualize and graphic by the help of graphical technique at the client side. The last one is introduce cache optimization. Cache optimization means whenever you are applying a kind of techniques, so there are so many intermediate results. Okay, intermediate results, or the creations of hash tables, or maybe the different database access. So there could be a possible environment that could store all these things into a particular memory location, and that is called your cache optimization. So your environment, data mining environment, should be optimized for these type of data access, so that it can store your intermediate results also. So these are your 10 golden rules to set up your KDD environment. That's all with your unit 1. Your unit 2. Your unit 2 is wrong in the syllabus. If it is in the syllabus, you just check it is copied from somewhere else. It is a unit from parallel computing. Will not read that unit 2. We'll start with unit 3. We'll start with unit 3 from the Monday. And I will upload the content to the Google Classroom, these slides as well as the scan copy of the book, so that meanwhile you just complete your unit 1. That's all with the class. Is there any query you can ask?
मैम प्लीज शेयर द मैम वो क्लासरूम का मैम कोड सेंड कर दीजिएगा।
मैंने बेटा सेंड कर रखा है ग्रुप में, आपने ज्वाइन नहीं किया?
मैम आप चेक, मैम मुझे मिला नहीं था मैम।
क्लासरूम का लिंक और सारे 10 लोगों ने ज्वाइन भी कर रखा है।
वेट लेट मी चेक।
मैं एक बार और सेंड कर देती हूँ।
यस मैम, मैम प्लीज सेंड इट।
After 2 units, I will give you an assignment, and on the basis of your assignment, you all have to give your presentations. Okay? आपका एक वाइवा होगा और उसके बाद ही असाइनमेंट सबमिट होंगे। जैसे ही हमारे 2 यूनिट्स कंप्लीट होंगी, then I will give you an assignment. Okay? So prepare for that. You all have to give the presentation on online. ठीक है, तो आप लोग प्लीज स्टडी करना स्टार्ट कर दीजिए। यूनिट 1 को स्टडी कर ली। इज देयर एनी प्रॉब्लम इन एनी टॉपिक? वी विल डिस्कस अगेन इनटू द क्लास।
Okay.
13 students are present in this class, so I think 3 of the students have not joined the Google Classroom. Please join the Google Classroom, okay? And you have to submit your assignments into the classroom itself. That's all with the meeting. I'm going to end it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.